Welcome back. I'm Richard Hosna, and I'm your host of the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast with listeners in over 70 countries and this Wisdom Inspired Life YouTube channel. Great to have you back. Well, this begins a new series, and this series is what I call the Words of Wisdom series, or the WOW series. Isn't that nice juxtaposition there? Wow. And in this particular series, I'll be sharing wisdom from some books that have been most helpful to me in my efforts to live a wisdom-inspired life. Maybe that'll help you. You'll determine that. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some excerpts from this great book by Paramahansa Yogananda, founder of the Self-Realization Fellowship, called The Law of Success, using the power of spirit to create health, prosperity, and happiness. This book can be read slowly in all of a half an hour. But don't let that fool you. There's lots of great nuggets and pearls of wisdom in all of this. So I'll be sharing that with you. This book is available on Amazon and at the Self-Realization Fellowship, should you want to learn more from it. And if so, I urge you to do so. Okay, so let's get into this. First, we're going to talk about opportunity, quoting. Opportunities in life come by creation, not by chance. So when an opportunity comes into your life, don't brush it off as like, no. You yourself, either now or in the past, including a past of former lives, have created all opportunities that arise in your path. Okay? We come into life with what part of what we come into any particular life with is what called prenatal karma, which is karma that we've created in a previous life or previous lives. And that's part of the opportunities that we bring into our current life. Since you've earned them, use them, referring to them, opportunities, to best advantage. I am very keen that when something comes into my life new, and I go, why has this come into my life? What can I learn from this? How can this help me? How can this help me help others? And especially the latter, how can this help me help you, maybe? Okay? Things happen for a reason. It's a cliche, but it's one of those cliches that is fundamentally right. Opportunity. Quoting, you alone are responsible for yourself. No one else may answer for your deeds when the final reckoning comes at the end of a particular life. Your work in the world, in the sphere where your karma and your own past activity has placed you, can be performed by only one person, yourself. And your work can be called a success only when in some way it serves your fellow man. And I'd say fellow woman also. Look, at the heart of the spiritual journey, at the heart of living a wisdom-inspired life, is taking responsibility. Get out of the blame game, if you're in it, blaming others for your problems and challenges, and attributing any success that you have to pure luck. You're responsible. Take responsibility. Responsibility is very personally powerful. It can be painful, it can be exhilarating, but nonetheless, grasp it, live with it. Okay? Next, willpower is the dynamo, along with positive thinking, which is very important. You should use willpower and continuous activity in order to be successful. Couple things there. Use your willpower. Act with purpose in your life and harness it to action. Okay? Continuous activity in order to be successful. It's kind of the cliche is, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. That's what willpower is about. Some things come easy, other things come hard. Take a lot of effort. But harness your willpower. Fear exhausts life energy. It's the greatest of enemies of dynamic willpower. Release fear from your life. Avoid embracing fear in your life. I know I work in the areas you may have known from the area of innovation and creativity, and fear kills creativity. Fear kills motivation, okay? It can be paralyzing. It is your own worst enemy. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself. There's great wisdom in that. I think Roosevelt quoted that. Okay? So, willpower and avoid fear. You control your destiny. You're not on autopilot in this life, okay? Mind is the creator of everything, and we'll spend more time on that, but mind is the creator of everything. You should therefore guide your mind to create only good. If you cling to a certain thought with dynamic willpower, those words again, willpower, it finally assumes a tangible outward form. Again, this is stick to it. Make it happen. When you're able to employ your will always for constructive purposes, you become the controller of your destiny. Another way of saying this is, when you act in accordance with God's will, you are harnessing that spirit to help you accomplish great things. Okay? You can control your destiny. Okay? Next, the season of failure is the best time for sowing the seeds of success. Am I a believer in this? Yes. I view failure as the great teacher, not only learning from what failed, but now learning what I can do to succeed. Embrace failure as a positive, as a powerful teacher for you. And you will be able to go from failure to success when you make failure your friend. Okay? Very powerful. Next, another secret of progress is self-analysis. We talked about this with empathy and self-awareness. Okay? Introspection is a mirror in which to see the recesses of your mind, that powerful mind again, that otherwise would remain hidden from you. Diagnose your failures, sort out your good and bad tendencies. Analyze what you are, what you wish to become, and what your shortcomings are impeding you. Know what's impeding you. Decide the nature of your true task, your mission in life. Okay? Great. Another secret of progress is self-analysis, coupled with self-awareness. Through self-awareness, you observe, you gain information, and you can conduct self-analysis to determine, where do I go next? Okay? Powerful stuff. Next is about the divine will. Please listen to this. Quote, learn to see God in all persons. There's one God for all of us, okay? Learn to see God in all persons of whatever race or creed. You will know what divine love is when you begin to feel your oneness with every human being, and not before. We are one. We are living on a planet called planet Earth. This is our home. Our home. Okay? And we will survive and flourish if we recognize our connectedness, our oneness, and acting in accordance with the divine will. Next, attunement with the divine will is the most important factor in attracting success. This, when you are in tune with the divine will, there is tremendous attractive, positive energy. Okay? Next, by the power of concentration and meditation, that key word again, you can direct the inexhaustible power of your mind. Again, we keep seeing some of these same principles here. the mind, concentration, meditation, to accomplish what you desire and to guard every door against failure. All successful men and women devote much of their time to deep concentration, and the most powerful and productive form of concentration is meditation. You'll recall in the brief series on meditation, one of the definitions of meditation is concentration to know God. Okay? Meditation really is, at its heart, a practice, a means to an end that involves concentration. Okay? Next, we'll end on a happy note. Happiness depends to some extent on external conditions, but chiefly upon your mental attitudes. In order to be happy, one should have good health, a well-balanced mind, a prosperous life, the right work, a thankful heart, and above all, wisdom or knowledge of God. And when you have wisdom, you have the framework to live a wisdom-inspired life. Okay? And that is the path to greatest success and happiness. Well, if you want to learn more about what's going on in Wisdom Inspired Life, you can visit the website, mywisdominspiredlife.com. You'll learn more about the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast. In fact, there's a player there that's one of the best players. You can quickly and easily review all the podcast episodes, hundreds of them there for you. You can learn about my wisdom-related books, some of which I've talked about in some previous episodes, and a brief bio of myself. And if you want to learn more, you can go to LinkedIn. As I said in the very first episode, I'm on a mission to inspire people to have more caring and compassion in their lives, to help us deal with the challenges and needs that we have. All of that, by serving the needs of others, we achieve higher levels of personal happiness than when we serve the needs of others instead of just our own selfish needs. That together helps us live a wisdom-inspired life. Well, we're on a journey. I'm glad you spent this episode with me on the journey, and I look forward to continuing the journey with you.